Hey, what's up guys? This is Cole with CJC Off-Road, and today we're going to talk about the differences between a quality leveling kit and a not so quality leveling kit. So we have a lot of people ask us, why spend $999 on a quality leveling kit when you could just spend 80 bucks and throw on a leveling spacer? So today we had the perfect opportunity to show you guys. This customer brought in his 2016 Ram 2500. This truck has a 2.5-inch leveling spacer on it and just longer aftermarket shocks. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take this truck for a drive and show you basically why we recommend installing a quality leveling kit on your truck. All right, so this is our usual spot where we test drive these trucks. There's a nice big dip up ahead. We really want to try to show you guys how this thing is going to ride before and after. So this is what we call the before section. Hitting this dip, moderate speed, 25 miles an hour. Let's see what happens. So I literally came out of the seat. Why would somebody do this to their $60,000 truck? This thing rides like crap. Believe it or not, even on perfectly paved roads, this thing's chattering like crazy. I think it's safe to say that spacer kits on these trucks, not only, I'd say, don't improve the ride at all. I might even say they ride worse than stock, believe it or not. So yeah, let's get this thing ripped off. All right, so let's break down what we felt on the test drive and why this truck rides so badly. So if you'll notice, every little thing on the road, every imperfection, whether it was even like a sewage cover, you could feel in the cab of the truck. What's happening is this 2.5-inch coil spacer setup is obviously bringing the front of the truck up 2.5 inches. But when the bump stops are still in the same location, what's actually happening is the factory suspension or the factory coil is being asked to not only travel its normal length that the suspension cycles from the factory, it's actually having to cycle an additional 2.5 inches. So what does this translate to? It translates to a stiffer ride all the way across the board, because as that coil compresses, it only gets firmer and firmer. Basically, every little imperfection in the road is felt at that point. Pair this with generic off-the-shelf shocks that are maybe the correct length, but are not designed specifically for ride quality. Not only is the ride stiff over small imperfections, but it's actually incredibly bouncy. What is the remedy to this? What we recommend is a fully engineered from top to bottom Carli suspension leveling kit. This addresses ride quality in several ways. To start, it uses custom 2.5-inch linear rate coil spring. It's a lighter spring rate than factory, and it's actually custom designed around the weight of this truck to not only improve ride quality, but actually retain the handling at high speed that these trucks require. Take that taller coil spring, pair that with custom tuned Fox 2.0 IFP shocks. Carli actually spends several months tuning these shocks, so unlike the generic cheap shocks that come in a basic leveling kit, Carli actually did a lot of research, a lot of homework to actually provide a custom tune that's designed for on-road ride quality, basically to offer a significantly improved ride over other kits out there, but actually significantly better than factory. But you're also retaining the factory rear springs. And what this does is you are retaining the truck's weight capacity in the rear, and then Carli actually includes a custom tuned Fox 2.0 IFP shock for the rear. So not only are you retaining the factory rear weight capacity, you're actually helping to improve not only the ride quality of the rear, but also the handling. This is really critical when towing something heavy, right? So put like a heavy trailer or boat, something like that in the back of the truck. Stock shocks don't tend to do a whole lot. They don't have a lot of damping. These Carli shocks, both front and rear, actually have a lot more damping. So this translates to not only a softer, but a more controlled ride across the board. It can't be stated enough just how much different the ride is with this kit. So even over, lane markers, small imperfections on the road, things like that, this truck still rides a heck of a lot softer than it did before. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the same dip. So we got about the same speed going, and let's see what happens. So It can't be said enough just how much softer this is than what came off this truck. I test drive literally every single truck that comes through CJC Off-Road, do the final alignment on every single truck, and it never ceases to amaze me actually how much softer these trucks are than how they come from the factory. Now, the front, obviously it makes a lot of sense, right? Softer spring rates, custom tuned shocks, of course it's gonna be a lot softer. What's interesting is with the rear, we're not changing the spring rates, right? We're keeping the stock rear springs on this truck to retain the factory towing capacity. Now, just with shock tuning, this truck is significantly more controlled in the rear. So no bucking, no coming off out of the seat anymore. It's just amazing what shock tuning can do, and that really illustrates the difference between a tuned shock and a non-tuned shock. Although this kit does cost a little bit more than the traditional, coil spacer setup, I'd say it's still very reasonable for what you're getting, in my opinion. Right around $1,000, you're getting, custom designed springs just for your truck, custom tuned shocks. Basically, nothing else offers such a custom tailored setup specifically for these trucks as what Carli offers in this leveling kit at this price point. So we've been extremely impressed with this kit. It's been very popular. We recommend it to pretty much anyone, whether you're driving on the street. Actually, even mild off-road, these do pretty well as well. Carli typically advises running a 17 or an 18-inch wheel with a 35-inch tire or even a 37-inch tire under these trucks. With these setups, this customer opted for a setup outside of what is typically recommended. It's a 20-inch wheel with a 35-inch tire, which makes it that much more critical to have a quality riding leveling kit. So there's not much sidewall in the case of this wheel and tire combination. You really rely on the suspension to do all the work in terms of absorbing what's on the road. And so having a quality leveling kit like this really makes a truck that much more enjoyable to drive. We also get a lot of guys wanting to run more off-road oriented wheel and tire setups, such as 37-inch tires. Believe it or not, it's pretty easy to clear a 37-inch tire as long as you run the recommended wheel spec, which is typically plus 18 to a plus 25 offset wheel, paired with a 37 by 1250 tire. Regardless of your wheel and tire setup, this kit will not only make your truck look better, it'll make it ride a lot better. It's our favorite kit on the market. We've had great reviews from customers. That said, there are a few options on this kit. Carli offers an adjustable track bar. This is probably the single most recommended item that's available as an option on this kit on our end. Reason being is the stock track bar bushings on these trucks don't tend to hold up very well over time. Track bar also helps to recenter the front axle slightly. This is especially critical for guys running 37-inch tires. Carli also offers a torsion sway bar option. I'd say this is, in terms of other options that affect ride quality, this is one more piece if you want to gain even more of an improvement in ride quality over the leveling kit. The torsion sway bar does make a huge difference when pulling in and out of driveways or driving on any kind of off-camber road. Sway bar does a lot to get rid of that side-to-side shake that these trucks have. Carli offers an option for fabricated radius arms as well. The radius arms, they don't offer as much of an improvement in ride quality as the torsion sway bar does. That said, the arms do slightly help with ride quality. Reason being is instead of using a vulcanized joint in the arm, they use a free 360-degree rotating joint, which actually makes a decent improvement in ride quality as well. My personal reason for liking the arms is they look so darn cool under these trucks. So thanks so much for watching. We have a lot more content on our channel highlighting the various options for these kits. If you're interested in purchasing this kit, feel free to click this link above or click the link in the description. Again, we have a lot more upcoming videos on this channel. Feel free to subscribe and catch you in the next one.